Hey guys, on this video I'll be showing you how to add layers to your braid. When you add layer to your braid, it makes your braid look fuller and very stylish. So if you've been wondering how you add layers to your braid, I'm here to give you all the tips and trick on how to do that. It works in a shorter braid and longer braid, knotless or boss braid. It works all the same provided it's a braid. If you think this tutorial is helpful, please don't hesitate to give the video a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the tutorial. Thank you. So the extension we're working with today is the French coils. So with French coils, you already come with coils. Like the extension come with coils. So if you're working with a straight extension, I will also give you tips on how to do that if you're working with a straight extension. But right now we're working with the French coils extension. So firstly, when you're making your braid, I'm going to show you something right now. When you're braiding, you could see where I start the braids and end the braids. It's because I already have a length I want to work with. That's the reason why I braid to that extent and stop where I actually stop. So you're going to see me start trimming it right now from the beginning. The very first line, I like the end to be a little bit fuller. So that's the reason why I take about 4 steps and I'm trimming that first step in the same line. So what this does is that it makes the beginning of the steps, the layers, to be a little bit fuller, if that makes sense. You can work with 2 lines or 3 lines, but I like to use 4 lines because I want the ends of the braid to look a little bit fuller. So right now, the first one I've cut, you see the second length I'm going to cut right now. I like to measure it and then give it the step that I actually want, the inch that I want it, how I want the layers to look like, if that really makes sense. Yeah, so I measure it with the previous one I've already trimmed, and then measure the length I want, where I want it to lap on the previous one I already trimmed. If that actually makes sense, guys, please let me know if the explanation really helps. Yeah, so I'm going to trim it. Once I trim it, you see the way it is. It just have like an inch or 2 above the one below, if that makes sense. So you can see that the step is actually hanging. So it depends on how you want your coils to look like. Some people like the step to be very obvious, like to be really obvious that they actually trimmed it. So if that is what you want, what you're going to do, if you check the braid length that we actually braid right here on this tutorial, you will notice that as it comes up, my braid becomes shorter, so the extension that is left becomes longer, if that really makes sense. Yeah, so you try to braid like less, reduce the braiding length to the previous one that you started from the bottom. Just reduce the length. If you reduce the length, you have more extension to work with. If you pay attention to this now that I want to trim, this length I want to trim, I just gave it like an inches above the one I've cut below. So it depends on what you want to do. Some people want their layers on their braid to be very obvious, like it will show. They might give like 6 inches difference, 5 inches difference. If that's what you want, all you have to put in mind is that when you are braiding, make sure you create the space so that you don't end up cutting the areas that you've braided already. If that really help, that's really a tip you need to put in your mind. It will really help. So for those braids going backward, I just hold them together and cut it to where I really want it to lay. I gave like an inch. If I turn to the front of the braid, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. You know, when you are cutting your block cut, there are lines in the middle that you braid backward. So those are the ones that I just cut right now, and then I will cut on the side. But I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to do at the front when I want to trim the front layers. Just pay attention to this. This is really going to help you a lot. So what I did was to move all the braid, like the part area is like, and 2 steps on the left and 2 steps on the right. So I move it to the front of my client's face, and then I trim it from the front. What will happen is that when you trim it from the front and then you push it backward to lay on the braid, you're going to have equal length of layers on both the left and the right side. So this is how you basically layer your braids to make it look fuller and to make it look very stylish. It's even more beautiful when you make layers on a short braid. if I may say. Yeah, it looks more beautiful. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of comments like this, so I decided today that I was going to make a tutorial for you guys and hope this was helpful. If this video was helpful, please don't hesitate to drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. Was it helpful? Let me know in the comment section. And also give the video a thumbs up. That will help YouTube to be able to share the videos to a wider audience. And if you're not following me already and you like hair tutorials like this, please do me a favor by hitting on the subscribe button. Press on your notification bell for you to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I do upload new videos every Thursday, so if you don't want to miss any of my new upload, do me a favor by hitting on the subscribe button and press on your notification bell. Yeah, and this is basically how you create layers on your braid. You just have to pay attention to the amount of braid you're making, the particular style you want to go with. That's how you're going to know how much braid you're going to make. Sometimes you might just need a very short braid at the top and all the rest of the hair are going to be curled. And if you need any further help, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section and I'll be very happy to help.